Welcome back to part 3 of the animation tutorial series, and in this one what we're going to be doing is adding our G36C assault rifle, and it's going to look pretty sick because we're going to be adding all the materials and making it look pretty cool. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and let's get started. So we need to set up our weapon, so let's create a new folder and just rename it weapon. And inside this folder, let me just close these retarget animations. We are going to drag in our FPX for the G36C assault rifle, and I will provide this down in the description below, or you can find your own static mesh. Each way is fine. So let's just do this and click reset to defaults after dragging it in, and it'll import the G36 mesh and all the materials. But as you can see, when we've dragged it in, it's like pink and the materials aren't set correctly, so that's what we're going to do now. This gun is set in different parts, so each part of this weapon is a different static mesh because it is a skeletal mesh, not a static mesh. So if we just click here and isolate it, we can either isolate the exact parts or we can click highlight and it'll show us. So we just want to double click the material for the base of the weapon. This is the base of the weapon here, and I've just clicked isolate, and we can now change the color. I'm going to change it to a black kind of color, and we can actually just change the metallic and the roughness, or we can press 1 on our keyboard and left click and it'll bring up these nodes, and we can just drag it in just like this. 1 on metallic, 2 on 0 on roughness. Now, as you can see, it looks a little bit weird, so we're just gonna keep trying to change these values. Right, so I think we need more of like a metallic grey kind of colour so we can actually see the reflections on the gun. So I'm just pressing OK. I've just changed it to like a grey colour, and we're gonna click apply now. And this is looking alright, but I want a little bit more roughness to give it that brushed metal effect. Right, that's looking good. I think that's what I'm happy with. So we can uncheck isolate, and we can isolate a different part of the weapon. So let's just drag this and dock this tab over here. I'm going to change this to another colour, maybe like an orange. That looks pretty good. And then we can do the exact same as before and just add some metallic and some roughness to get this kind of like a matte effect. It's not as vibrant as I would like it, so I'm going to make it a little bit more orange. But as you can see, basically in essence what we're doing is we're isolating different parts of the weapon and we're just changing each material. So let's actually just try changing this to black, and that looks pretty cool. And if we just move it up a tiny bit, we get more of that matte look. Let me just try orange. And then we're just going to isolate the magazine. And for the magazine, it's going to be a little bit different because we need to make this transparent, because this magazine in the static mesh actually has bullets inside. So let's just click base color. Sorry, let's just click the material, and we're going to change it to surface, translucent, and default lit. And we're just going to change the opacity to 0.2, just like this. And as you can see, now we can see the bullets inside because we're using a transparent material. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's just try and change the colour to something else. Maybe just a black colour so we can actually see it. And let's just change this value here and click apply and have a look. So now it's a little bit more noticeable, and it actually looks like a glass casing for the magazine. This is the bottom of the mag. And I want to change this to a maybe like a metallic silver kind of looking thing. So let's just change these values once again. 0 roughness, 1 on the metallic, and we're just going to change it to like a grey colour. Now the bullets, I'm going to double click on here and isolate it again. I'm going to change this to I want like a gold tip, or no, a black tip, and then we'll use golden bullets for the casings. We have like a matte black top, and then this one I want to change to like a golden colour. So let's just change this to a yellowy orange. We're going to click metallic, and we're going to go 1, and then in the roughness 0. I don't think choosing 4 actually did much, but it looks pretty cool, so we'll run with it. So as you can see, our weapon is slowly coming to life, but there's still a few things that we need to change, and I believe this is the red dot. So if we isolate it, yeah, that was the red dot, and this is the glass of the red dot of the holographic side. So we're going to change this to translucent like we did with the magazine, and we're going to put a value in here. Let's just change it to something which is barely visible, and it will give us that glass effect. Now as you can see, we have our weapon with a translucent or transparent holographic red dot, but I really don't like this colour, so I'm just going to change it, and I think I'm just going to do black. And here I'm going to change, let me just isolate it, and yeah, I'm just going to change this colour as well. More of a dark metallic. That looks good. If we just close out of that and click yes, so let's just save all, and now we have a G36C with all the materials correctly added. And for some reason it's gone back to orange. So let's just select this orange material once again, and let's just change it back to what we wanted before, which is a black. That's looking pretty sick. And as you can see, the red dot is visible through the holographic lens. So the next thing we need to do is actually add the weapon to the character, and if you're interested in learning how to do that, click the video in the top right. That will lead you to part 4. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, so you don't miss part 4, and I'll catch you later. Peace.